One of the things that we're seeing on the right in particular these days is this orthodoxy that is shaping up of just own the left. If you make the people on the other side mad, you're successful. You don't actually do anything. You don't advance an agenda. You don't advance a public policy. You don't get any legislation done. You don't do anything other than you raise money by making the other side mad or making them the bad guy. You own the left. And one of the things you also do is there's an increasing on the new right, the illiberal right, the alt right. It's increasingly less alternate and more part of the right is this victimization mindset that I'm a victim, that the left is bad, the left is dominant culturally, and I'm a victim, and life is unfair. The playing field is unfair, and my preferred public policy is to punish the other side or make life fair for me by using the government in ways I would never want them to use the government, but I want to use the government in this way because I'm the victim here. I'm the victim. When you're really not, life was never meant to be fair. There's nothing about fairness in the Constitution, and frankly, not a whole lot in the Bible. Life is not fair. And people who just want to be victims, they just want to be miserable. And we've seen this on the left. And now a lot of people on the right who say, hey, we're going to win like they won. We're going to behave like them, and maybe we will then win. They go with the whole, I'm a victim. I'm going to scream about everything. I'm going to take the humor out of everything. I want to cancel the other side. I want to cancel people on my side I disagree with. And on it goes. And one of the things as part of this victimization is giving up. You're not just giving up on advancing sound public policy. You're not just giving up on making the place a better place. You conclude the only way to make it better is just own the other side, to beat them. But you're not really beating them. You're not advancing a policy agenda that persuades Americans you're right. You just scream and yell and complain. The voters punished the woke set at the ballot box in November. Down ballot, Democrats across the board who embraced Antifa and BLM and the like, they all lost. Wanting to defund the police wasn't a winner. It worked with the woke set, but there aren't enough of them. But in large part, one of the things that conservatives have forgotten, what they've given up on, is embedding themselves within cultural institutions. Nowadays, essentially, if you are a conservative, your mindset is, I need to be able to storm into a Hollywood studio or a set or an academic institution and get a job wearing my Make America Great Again hat, my T-shirt that has Donald Trump and Jesus Christ on it, and be braggadocious about everything I believe, where actually you embed by being very subtle about it. There are interwoven narratives within the fabric of America that actually play very well. And one of those is life and adoption. And that's a message that resonates cross-culturally. It's one more and more people on the left actually are suspicious of, but it plays very well in commercials. And you get yourself embedded as a cultural conservative within the fabric of society, and you stick to your values over time, and you're way more valuable as a conservative warrior behind the scenes in these institutions as a tenured professor or as an advertising executive or as the person who oversees the spending of money for a corporation than you are as a conservative street fighter who is holding press conferences to trigger the left and thinks that you're winning by triggering the other side. There is more capital to the conservative who comes up with the very subtle pro-life adoption message in corporate advertising America than there is to the congressman who just wants to stand at a podium and say things that make the other side mad. And people on the right have forgotten that lesson.